Okay, here is how you play Tonight You Belong by Me by Steve Martin, as you hear it on the movie The Jerk when they're walking along the beach. First of all, the tuning is not standard. The tuning is actually E, A, C sharp, F sharp. So it's down a step and a half from the standard ukulele tuning. First chord you have, I'm not going to name the chords because you won't recognize the names of them anyways. It's 2, 4, 2, 4. Lines up to be that sound. Anyways, and you slide it up 1 fret and then back. So in the beginning it goes 1 and a 2 and 3, 4. This chord is 2, 1, 0, 0. So 1 and a 2 and 3, 4. And if you listen closely on the recording, you do hear that kind of little bit of a slide. Okay, so moving on to the verse. First verse starts with this chord again. 2, 4, 2, 4, barred. And the next chord is going to be this. You move your pinky to the 5th fret, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, and 3rd finger on the 4th fret. And then followed by this chord where you move your pinky back. So that sounds like this. You start out with the first chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. At that point, leave your first finger barred, and you can actually use your pinky and go 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and there I'm just barring the 2nd fret. So that whole 3 measure thing sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and. Moving on to the verse, the first chord you hear is this. 2, 4, 2, 4. Same chord as in the intro. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next measure, you move your pinky up a fret and put your 2nd finger down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So you'll have 2, 4, 3, 5. And it goes 1 and 2 and then you move your pinky back 3 and 4 and. So that together is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. At that point, leave your pinky down but take off these fingers. So you're left with the first finger barred and then your pinky at the 4th fret. And it goes 1 and a 2 and then lift your pinky 3 and 4 and. Okay, so the next chord is a little tricky. You're going to put your pinky back on the 4th fret and then with your other fingers kind of form your standard D minor for ukulele. 2, 2, 1 and then 4. And it's 1 and 2 and then you bring your pinky back to the 2nd fret, 3 and a 4 and. So that's a little bit of a stretch for a lot of people. So the verse up to that point is this, the first verse. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4. And you can use these little percussive things at the end to make the transitions. So for instance, when you're going 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4, on that last upstroke, just a muted sound as you're switching. So 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and that's 3 and a 4. And same when you're going back to that for the chorus. So the first chorus, after the first verse on where it says Tonight You Belong to Me, start with this chord again, 2, 4, 2, 4. And then you're going to go to this one, which is bar the 2nd fret with your 3rd finger at the 4th fret. And that's it. And then we're going to kind of go back to the intro. So the chorus is this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So like that. Okay, after the first chorus, there's this little transition thing into the next verse, and he's only playing on 3 strings at this point. It's those 3 strings. You put your pinky here at the 7th fret, bar the 5th fret, and put your 2nd finger here on the 6th. So it's 6, 5, 7, and you go 1 and a 2. All I did there was I lifted my pinky, so I'm left with that. So it's 1 and a 2. Then you bar the 4th fret. It's handy at this point if you want to mute out this top string to use your 1st finger to do that, so you don't accidentally go, because that's not going to sound so good. So you got the, there you go. That's the transition. The second verse of the You Belong to Me is a little bit different because we've just done this. So instead of going to the chord we did on the first verse, he actually just goes to this 2, 1, 0, 0. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Then he goes to this one, not the like he did the first verse. So it's 2, 4, 3, 4, and he just strums that for measure 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then you go to this one again, 2, 2, 2, 4, 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. So starting out 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. And then we have the fun little chord with the stretch again, the D minor fingering with your, and I go 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4, and then I hear that at the end because he goes 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So he's just going back to this chord, 2, 4, 2, 4, and 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Then to this one. So that's 4, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, and 3 and 4. A little embellishment there with the pinky going. And then I'll make another video for the next section. So there's a new transition going on to the bridge. So after the second chorus, the Tonight You Belong to Me lyric, after this little, now we're gonna go to here. We're gonna go to 2, 1, 1, 1, and you're gonna have a little action on the first string. It's gonna go. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and on beat 4, we transition to this, which is the 2, 4, 2, 4 again. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And then put your 2nd finger down here. So it's 2, 4, 3, 4. And go 1, and 2, and. So you're just moving your pinky out. Jump up here to the 7th fret. And then, however you want to finger that, just try 1st finger. And then it's 1. Well, it'll be the 6th fret, 6, 7, 7, 7. So that transition is like this, the whole thing. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, and 2, and 3, 4. All right, and then as James Brown once said, take it to the bridge. So here's the bridge. The bridge is 4, 5, 5, 5. Pretty little minor 6th chord there. And you're going to lift your 2nd finger and just go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And it's staccato, which means short, so. And the way you do that is lift your finger, but not off the string, so a short sound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you do 3 measures of that. Then the last measure of this goes 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that whole part is just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, after the minor 6th thing, then we go back to this fun chord again, the 2, 4, 2, 4, and this has got a little trick, this measure. It's going to go 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to to take your pinky off, put your second finger, so this is momentarily weird sounding chord. You hit that, and then take your second finger off, pluck the first string, and you're going to sound that. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then you transition to here, which is 2, 0, 2. Don't hit the fourth string, and it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and a little bit of percussive thing there. 1, 2, mute, 3, and 4. Kind of a mute where you lift your hand and so. And then just before the last verse, we've done this little, and then now the next chord is going to be this. Simply just a 4, 3, 2, 2, and you go 1, 2, 3, and 4, then lift, and then second fret all the way, 2, 2, 2, 2. So you might want to, when you hit this chord up initially, have your first finger just barred, going 1 and 2, or sorry, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's the whole bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, the last verse is much the same as the first. Same as the first. You got the 2, 4, 2, 4 chord, and you're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we do this little suspension chord, 2, 4, 3, 5 to 2, 4, 3, 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then this chord again. Comes the fun part. We got to stretch. You hear this little thing, it slides by. Well, what happened is he had his pinky all the way up here at the 5th fret while playing a D minor, so good luck. Get your pinky extension out and go 1 and so it's like that. And then back to the 2nd fret. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And notice how again, like you did previously, brought that pinky back up before going to this chord. So, first section of the last verse. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then you got that. And then the last chorus, this chord again, 2, 4, 2, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then 4, 2, 2, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then you just end with the 1, and there's the break before the trumpet solo. Alright, then she pulls out the trumpet, and the first bar, he's kind of looking away. He doesn't actually play for the first measure. You could do it. You could just go. But I think he was too excited about the sound of the trumpet to bother to remember to play the ukulele. But you can do that. Measure 2 comes in with this one, 2, 4, 3, 4, and the first 2 beats are muted, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So he's just, the trumpet starts 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then you have this chord again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then the pinky stretch, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and last chorus, and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, and end on the, well, the trumpet does the cadenza. So there you go, that's a proper way to play that song.